following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network.
Good morning, everyone. Pain and Pain Homeware and Such Like brings you live from the Pizzeria, 598-7117, the Super Bowl 60 Game Preview Show. We'll bring you expert insights on the two teams, complete preview of the Super Bowl halftime show, and get you ready for the betting odds with former Super Bowl coach Chris Mayfield with his friends Stephen Shires, Larry Pierce, Chris Watlington. Let's go now to the Pizzeria. Welcome everybody to the very first ever Shelby County Sports Reporters here just a few days from the Super Bowl 60. We are live from the Pizzeria, as you can probably tell. I'm Chris Watlington, and I'm really glad to be here today. We're going to do this more than just once a year for the Super Bowl. We hope, as topics of sports come up that we need to tell you about, because the world needs this. We're here for you. Our panel today, the Mayfields, Chase Mayfield, Chris Alma Mayfield, both of them part of our broadcast team during football season. Larry, come on, Ref Pierce of Pontywood's fame, the counselor Stephen Shires, Chris Watlington. When we come back, we're going to start with a non-Super Bowl topic and then get to the big game. So I'm glad you're here. We'll be right back from the Pizzeria. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the Pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. The Big Red Hardware Store, Pain and Pain Hardware and Such Like. Those were good. Pizzeria, welcome back. Got the classic pepperoni. We got the works over there.
Is that the Rick Meek special?
That's right.
That's a Rick Meek special, Coach Meek special.
And then he never would eat that too much color.
I wonder if Coach Alvarez is going to have a special that he'd like to have.
We will be
Pretty sure that Coach Alvarez is going to have his own special.
I bet he will too.
Next fall, when we have to continue the coaches show, it'll be Coach Alvarez. We'll see what he likes, and we'll make sure it's on the table. Before we talk Super Bowl, I want to say thank you to Payne's Homeware and Such Like. Anytime we have an event that isn't a game, a sport event, we appreciate Lacey and Josh for bringing it to you. And so thank you guys. We'll talk you up during the course of the game. In local news, about 3 or 4 days ago, the internet lit up when the new district alignments came out. Center has been paired with Carthage, which makes sense. We're the same size school. We're 25 miles apart. Unfortunately, they're the best team in the history of the world, dating back to Jesus. So it's hard to beat them. We have only beat them once this century. But then, Chase and Chris, we got 2 additional bonus teams in the district as well.
Hey, if one good team or one great team is good, two more great teams, it's just that much better.
3.
Well, okay.
No, 2 in addition to Carthage.
Yeah,
Right.
2 in addition to Carthage.
Yeah.
So I mean, getting to play Gilmer, getting to play Longview, Texarkana, Pleasant Grove. I mean, all these teams are playoff teams almost every year.
Yeah,
every year.
And let's not forget just how big Longview Pine Tree is. I mean, it's not a huge school, and neither is Pittsburgh, but you always have great players come from these schools that go on to play college other places, and they're not to be slept on either. I mean, it's just a tough district from the top to the bottom.
And the Longview team is Spring Hill.
Oh yeah,
It's Pine Tree.
Texarkana, Pleasant
I
Grove.
mean,
Oh, okay.
from a football standpoint, Spring Hill is probably the little brother. They have awfully good sports and a great band. And so, I mean, it's talent everywhere. But in case you didn't know, Gilmer and Pleasant Grove joined Carthage and us in a district with Pittsburgh. Shires, talk a little bit about Pittsburgh. They were off the radar until this year.
Well, Pittsburgh had a run for a while back. in the 80s when the steel mill was up there. So you had Dangerfield doing what they did, and you had Pittsburgh that was just kind of right there too, but then they kind of fallen off. But then they got a really good head football coach
This year.
yeah, this year, our former defense coordinator from center, Coach Hoff, goes up there and has them competitive right there in the mix. You had Pleasant Grove that was one, but then the rest of the teams were all kind of just scrambled
beat
up.
each other.
They beat each other, and so I mean, so that's going to be it's going to be a fun game. I mean, of all the coaches we've had on our shows in the past, Hoff is definitely one of the top ones. Most
He
fun
may
ones.
be my favorite. He just, if he's not coaching, he needs to go into broadcasting. I mean, he was a fun guy to have on the show.
He's an intense fella.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got blamed on multiple times for several non-FCC words getting on the air. People thought it was me. It was actually Hoff.
You on the sideline or something?
Yeah.
No, up in
in
the
the
press
booth.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming over the microphone over the.
Yes.
Microphone bleeding.
Except you know who didn't blame me? Hoff's mom, because she knew who it was.
Yeah, she said, "Tell him to stop that." But anyway, Pittsburgh is not going to be an easy out.
Yeah, they're not a cream puff.
And
No, you got it. You know that division right there. I know that you guys covered all, but I mean, looking at it, knowing what I know is that's one of those ones that are turned into those. They're talking about District of Doom, especially over here. It's one of those ones that are like that. Just
people
like
in West Texas are talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's that big. I saw that, and my eyes got big when I saw it for you. I was like, "Whoa, good luck, fellas! You better bring your A game every time you step on the field this upcoming season.
And
It's gonna bring
we got to
everything
bring
you
our A game.
And we're going to, because we got the riverboat gambler himself.
You got a great coach coming in,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Because I was telling some of my friends from down south, and they were like, "Oh yeah, y'all about to start winning some bunch of ball games." I was like, "Oh, did you see our district? It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be a hard one to win, but yeah, that's
gonna
there.
be
I mean, just get in there, and I mean, if you get through that district and you play really well and you get you a couple wins, you get to that district and you get on those other ones you got to play, you're battle tested, you're ready to go,
Yep.
and you're ready to go in a couple of
That
rounds.
was Shires' first reaction, while everybody else was, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. From a standpoint of the Rough Riders, you see a silver lining.
I do, because even though these teams weren't in the same district, we were paired in the same by district. So we played Carthage, and then we had to play Athens, or whomever else, or Van, and then we'd go into the playoffs two or three spot 2 or 3, and then you're going to end up
There's
getting
Pleasant
you're
Grove.
going to get Pleasant Grove or Van or Gilmer in the first round of the playoffs, and we 3 years ago we played Gilmer. We're one of our best teams. And we played Gilmer. They go on to win a state championship.
We got to lose to them first round.
Yeah, first round. Which is, this was a team that, under normal circumstances, I think could have gone 2, 3, 4 rounds in the playoffs. But we played the state champs in the first round.
So maybe you
We're done.
go next year 4-1 or 5-0 in pre-district, and then maybe 2-3 in district, and you're still one of the top 20 teams in the state.
2 and 3, 3 and 2. I mean, you try to go 500 in district
Yeah.
and just get to the playoffs.
Get to the playoffs, and
get in
then
there.
all the really good teams in the region have already beaten you.
Yeah,
Right.
You don't have to deal with
And you
them for a
won't
while.
play. You won't play them for a
yeah,
couple, 2 or
couple
3
more
rounds. Yeah.
That gets you more practice, more time to get ready for them. You played them once
right.
already, and it gives you a chance to get a better
I just-
contest against them.
I just want the record to be noted that, speaking of Texarkana Pleasant Grove, the most memorable and my favorite halftime show ever was on Halloween night in Texarkana.
Yeah.
And they had a thriller
Yeah.
type halftime.
The band didn't mark. I mean, it took. I working at a school. I understand how big a deal that was. The high school band didn't come out. They had a dance line of just students dressed up in costumes, and then
They
some-
hauled out a casket, and then out of
Michael
the casket,
Jackson
the
came
Michael
out.
Jackson guy pops out, one white glove and all.
Right.
a student. He could do it.
Yeah, he was good.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Were you on the field for that?
Yeah,
Were you
I was
Chris
on- I
on the
was-
main
I
I
was
field?
on
know
the
that
field
was
for
me.
that
I was Michael Jackson number 1.
Oh, that was your Pleasant Grove days.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that was impressive. All right, so there you go. That's the big news.
What about my district?
What about your district? Because you have
Nothing's
several.
changed.
Right? Okay, it's still the district.
It's still the
district.
same
Oh,
demon of doom.
On football.
As football. And the one thing, on football, but basketball, I really like the basketball change that's coming up because of the teams that are coming in there. It looks really, really good. But the football, I like too. I mean, I think that Hemp Hill's going to be a little bit better this year. They're still in there and again this year. I think Hemp Hill's going to be a little bit. So now there's that extra little team that's fighting for that.
Right.
And they're just like y'all are talking about. They're just going to beat up on each other. And nobody thought that anybody in this was going to be there. All those haters out there, they've beaten them and they're not even in. They're not even ranked. And then we end up with two teams going all the way, fighting for it all the way. So that's the same way it's been every year. So I'll take my 11-2A all year long, and one of those teams is going to come out, and they're going to represent Region 3 more than likely.
Absolutely.
That's what I look at. But nothing's changed as far as the football side of it goes. Still a rough, hard-nosed district, and we're going to be ready to bring it on. I already got the Shelbyville Dragon schedule.
They already have the schedule out.
got the schedule. I'm ready, yeah.
It's still below freezing, and he has the schedule. Well, there you go. That's our high school football. When we come back, we talk. There's a game on Sunday. It's Pro Bowling Tour.
I thought it was curling.
And some
The curling
curling
championships.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, actually, the Olympics will be going on, but we'll talk about that another time. Super Bowl 60 after this.
Over the years, most of us have collected a lot of stuff, but where is all that stuff? Down home. So when it starts piling up, you go with Down Home Storage, climate-controlled place for your down home stuff.
Welcome back, everybody, to the pizzeria. We've got pepperoni, we got the works. We got the best job in town. Chase Mayfield and I were talking during the break. What surprises you about this matchup, Seattle and New England?
The craziest thing to me is just that you've got two teams, really at the beginning of the season, unproven quarterbacks. Nobody picked these teams to match up in the Super Bowl. You might, if you were really paying attention to it, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you might have said, you know what, this is going to be the year. We got DeMarcus Lawrence. We added a few good agents, and I think that we're really going to make the Super Bowl. But I'd reach to say that there was no New England Patriots that really thought that they would be there this year.
Right. That they would be improved.
Yeah,
that they would have a good season. But
I mean,
what
top
happened?
two team in the NFL. Nobody saw. I mean, Mike Vrabel fans might have looked at the Patriots and thought, this guy's a proven coach and he's going to take them into the playoffs this year. I think that there's definitely some bets that made it out that way. But the craziest thing to me is one, the Seattle Seahawks making it as well, but two, I mean, Mike Vrabel wasn't his first year as the Patriots head coach. First as a player, winning the Super Bowl, and now he's got a chance to win as a head coach.
Yeah.
That's a good
it's
story.
a good story, and I like him. I didn't like his team back in the day, but I like him.
Right, and he's going to be the first. He has the opportunity to be the first person in NFL history to win a Super Bowl as a player and a coach for the same team.
For the same team. Yeah.
See, that's just one of the big storylines about it all, too. And my storyline on it is, too, is like, I can agree with you. Nobody would have thought these two were good. I didn't think so. But, Sam Darnold and his travel through the NFL, it's one of those stories that you love to have. It doesn't matter who it is as far as a quarterback. He came, he was like a small school, but he still got drafted pretty high. And then all the stuff that he had to go through.
Small school? That little USC?
I thought it was South Dakota. Maybe I was wrong on the school. But
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, that's good. That's right. Okay, So anyway, but like I said, Sam, he comes out. He has comes out of here, and he's going all through the tribulations of everything that he was going through, and he had been down in the trade, and he even had a good year last year with Minnesota. Minnesota, everybody was there, but then they get rid of him, and then he goes. But it's a storyline like that 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 you have to go through in the NFL as a player or any league. And you see stuff like that. He's not the only one. There's Smith and Jigma, too. Those guys, and
Yeah, he went to a small school as well.
Kenneth Walker. Yeah, he didn't go to small school. Kenneth Walker. The running back, Charbonnet, and then all those other guys, and some of that defense they put together. It's just that storyline there of building that team and then putting it together, and then the Sam Darnold on top of it as a quarterback is a pretty good storyline. I like that one too.
That's right.
I do too, and I was.
Class of 2018.
I was
Everybody
thinking
knew
South
Darnold.
Dakota. I don't know why I was thinking he was South Dakota.
Everybody would have picked Sam Darnold to make it to the Super Bowl before Josh Allen.
Nobody.
The guy from Baltimore. I mean.
There's somebody, I saw something that intrigued me, that college football, being what it is, it's an exciting product, but it's not really a training ground for NFL-style quarterbacks. There aren't a whole lot of NFL offenses just floating around. So even if you're a promising college quarterback, the learning curve is pretty steep in the modern NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And so who are some other quarterbacks like Sam who look like they might be on their way towards not working out, but give them 5-6 years, have sort of been proven commodities?
I mean, my cousin Baker Mayfield
Yeah.
is a good example
Mayfield's
of
a good
that.
one.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers sat around a while, and he
that's
he's
true.
kind of
That's
like that.
true.
Right, if you go back,
different class.
if you go back to Baker, I mean, Baker's always played pretty well. I mean, if he had been taken in the second or third round, you would always have said, "Oh, he's doing great."
Yeah.
But the first overall pick, and then you go to the dumpster fire that's Cleveland, and then, but yes, now he got somewhere else. I mean, he's done well. He's only two. There's only been two OU football players that I've ever liked my entire life. One is the Boz, of course. The other is your cousin Baker Mayfield. That's what
Okay, I like cousin Baker, but I mean I go back to Sims. I mean I like Sims.
Yeah.
I mean, but my liking of OU players, that's
That's
about it.
slim.
That's about it. UT players are even worse.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with you.
So when we come back, we'll talk about the matchup and how it looks on paper.
Doesn't really matter because the NFL's all rigged anyway. So done. Okay, we're done.
Yeah,
That's right.
What Larry's going to
all
explain to
scripted.
you how
It's all
it's
done
rigged, and he's going to predict for you the way the riggings come out. We'll be right back here from the pizzeria. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Excuse me, sir, could you help me with something? Sure. What can I help you with? No, my wife, she wants my bathroom to change. She says it's a little too plain. Unfortunately, if it can't be done with a hammer, I don't know what to do. Well, could I ask, where do you live? Well, usually in a house, but sometimes in the truck from time to time. No, what city? Center, Texas. It's not in the center, though. No problem. In Center, Texas, people call Ricky Andrews Construction for all their construction needs. For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store.
Welcome back, everybody. The Seattle Seahawks, the New England Patriots. You said, the odds were astronomical that they would be the Super Bowl team.
Both of those teams, at the start of the season, if you had gone to Vegas or I guess online or whatever, it was 60 to. Both of them were 60 to 1.
Neither of them any less likely than the other.
Right.
And here they sit. So
Both of them are 14-3. Both of them won 14 games, which is just, you get more than 10 or 12 wins in a season, you're a really good team.
A 14-win team is a beast, and so here they are defying the odds, not one but two. What do you see in the matchup that interests you?
The one I see the most is I really like Rebels' defense. I think that they really proved a little bit something when they played, especially when they played the Texans. I like the way they played out there, but it's a good matchup between that defense and that Seattle offense. I think the Seattle offense can move the ball. But my big thing that I'm going to look forward to, especially in that first quarter, that first half, is whose offensive line is going to dominate the most. And I think Seattle's a little bit bigger up there, and I think Seattle can do it a little bit more. So I like that Ritter right there to be one of the things that are a little bit, and I like the receiving core for Seattle better than I like for New England.
Okay, yeah, I think maybe they have a step up. That's one of those names you said that as an announcer you would love to be able to say.
Oh yes, Jackson Smith and the Jigba.
And the other one was Smith-Schuster?
Smith-Schuster, yeah. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's right.
That's
He's
good
going
stuff.
to put the juju on you.
That's great.
But I'm going to tell you what I see. I mean, to me, I think this game is going to be a slow game. I think it's going to start slow just because it's going to be defense. I mean, Seattle's defense is probably number one or number two, and I know the Patriots defense is 3 or 4. I mean, they're both heavy defense-laden teams. And leading the Seattle defense, it's kind of a Cowboys thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there because, you just, when somebody finally gets there and gets to play in the Super Bowl, DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, he has suffered under Jerry Jones forever. Just suffered. And I want DeMarcus Lawrence to get one. He deserves it after putting up with all the Jerry Jones and stuff.
And you would have figured the one that was leaving, Micah Parsons, Packers, he would be the one in the Super Bowl. Not even close. DeMarcus Lawrence, that is good news. What do you see that's interesting?
Well, first of all, I agree with Mayfield. That is probably because these two teams we really have I have no rooting interest in whatsoever, except that I think that may actually be the linchpin, the decider. That and there's one of our really good defensive linemen from the Longhorns is on Seattle's defense. But I agree with you, Mayfield. I think if you get on your squares, if you get a 3-0, I think that might be a good square to have in the first quarter. I think he is going to be slow. I think Seattle is the better team, but I thought Denver was the better team compared to New England. I thought the Texans were the better
Bo
team.
Nix was there.
Right? Well, even
I have no
without
problem with Jason Stidham. I thought he did good, but if Bo Nix was there, I think it would have been a different game.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so because I think that the attention to detail that Vrabel brings and his knowledge of the rules, and the prime example in the Denver game, as the half was ending, their quarterback was instructed. He was looking at the clock. He slides with 1 second left. Vrabel is running along with him to get the timeout called so they can kick the field goal. That sort of attention to detail, and that's something that he's done. Remember when he out Belichick with the rules a couple of years ago? I mean, Vrabel is just the real deal from the coaching standpoint, and I think. You got to pass the ball in the early downs. You cannot get in 3rd and long, as the Texans showed. You cannot get in 3rd and long against the Patriots because they will bring the pressure and cause the turnover. Otherwise, if they stay out of that, ultimately, who's going to make the mistake in the game? Is Darnold going to make the mistake, or is May going to make the mistake? Because both defenses are good. I think both teams play solid, and it's who's going to win the turnover battle is going to be the difference.
I have a related question. We all agree that there's a good chance this could be a low-scoring Super Bowl. Remember in the first, when we were young, the Super Bowl.
You had hair.
Yeah, when I had hair.
Back before there was a Super Bowl?
Well, not
Back
quite
when it was an NFL championship?
I remember those days too. But those first Super Bowls, between about Super Bowl 15 and 30, the Super Bowls were not that exciting. They were kind of lopsided. And then we've had some really good ones. Can a low-scoring game be considered a classic?
Yeah.
In a world that loves good offense.
I enjoyed Patriots-Rams, but a lot of people thought it was
What was that
terribly
Ravens
boring.
game years back between Dilfer? There wasn't a high-scoring one when they won it years back. It was like 12 to something or other. It wasn't that big one, if I remember right. But now, yeah, low-scoring game could be good if you got good things going on in the game. If you're getting good defensive stops, you're still making good offensive plays, but the defense is kind of letting you play between the 20s, and you get real close and get a defensive stop, a 4th down. But you can have all kinds of good little scoring games. It can be 14 to 10 and still be an exciting ball.
Yeah,
I believe so.
I think
I think the true X factor in this game is just going to be Seattle's offensive coordinator all year has had a bag of tricks that he brought to the game, and if he brings that bag of tricks and Sam Darnold executes the throws, dude, it's Seattle's game to lose in my opinion.
you think that?
Yeah, one last time, baby, before he moves to the desert.
The nice thing about the Super Bowl is it's more than just the game. So when we come back, we'll talk about some of that other stuff. Live from the pizzeria. It's brought to you by Payne's Homer and such like. Great place. Valentine's Day is coming up. And guys, it's kind of hard to find a normal gift there. If you want to go up the scale, check out Payne's Homer and such like for Valentine's Day.
Ladies, buy your guys Valentine's Day.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
Lacey Payne invite you home, and such like.
The following fine sponsors back our area teams all season long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Portacool, keeping you cool with the new Apex series. And Sandy Cox State Farm, your county-wide good neighbor.
When we cover high school athletes, I'm surrounded by people that are in top shape. I'm not one of them, but if I wanted to get that way, Dan McCollum, the Forge on the Square, you're a client?
Oh yeah, well, I go up there probably every morning and hit it hard.
And there's usually good thumping music in there. It's
If you like a good gym environment with people that are going to support you and and just kind of not really bother you, but if you need a spot, there's always somebody around. It's a great environment to work out in.
That's cool. And just across the square, Mooney's Emporium. That's the place for the edible Valentine gift, for the Valentine gift you wear, for the little home accessory and an accent. The guys, remember, it's coming up. It's in 9 days. Mooney's Emporium. They bring all of our broadcasts, all of our sports. Okay, it's always been a big deal since the 1993 Super Bowl. I think the Cowboys were in it when Michael Jackson did the first really big Super Bowl halftime show. Well, that's been 37 years now of halftime shows that try to get bigger and bigger. But in the internet era, the social media era, almost immediately, before it's over, people are criticizing how that was offensive, how awesome that was, how stupid that was. They can't even get off the field before it's judged, and it's become just a lightning rod for controversy. None any more than this one. What do you know about the Bad Bunny Super Bowl show?
He's the top music star in the world. He's an American, okay? He is an American citizen. He is born in Puerto Rico, which is an American territory.
Yeah.
And he is the logistical. I mean, it's who would normally get if you took the politics out of it.
Yeah, but who was the person before that it didn't work out? I mean, Bad Bunny's like the replacement player, isn't he?
No.
No?
I think they was.
He was announced right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been a lot of controversy. There's been people say no. There's always somebody that says oh, they should have got this. I believe it's in New Orleans, right? Or am I wrong?
No,
That's in San Fran.
Oh, San Fran. Okay. I'm thinking of the Super Bowl last year. A lot of people thought that Lil Wayne was going to be the performer because it was in New Orleans last year, and I remember that controversy.
Yeah.
But the only controversy I've heard about Bad Bunny is just honestly politically related.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really.
It's just politically.
Yeah.
Isn't there a alternative halftime show on another network or something?
Yeah, there's some other people that are planning to do some other things over there with another show and this, that, and other. And like I said, it's all politically based, and that's what's messed up about this. This is a Super Bowl. This is national pastime of, I know it's supposed to be baseball, but I mean, this is a thing for the United States, man. It's supposed to bring everybody together and have a good time, watch a football game. And really, the thing I look at it is like this: if you don't like the music, then don't watch it.
Yeah.
Most of the time at halftime, whenever I've been there, and all the years I've done halftimes, I'm probably cooking or something. I don't have time to watch halftime. I'm probably cleaning up the house or picking up something.
That's true.
Or reloading.
And you know that if you
reloading
can
the
talk
plate.
to most of the people that go to the Super Bowl that pay $5,000-$7,000, they don't even actually get to see that show. Everything is so blocked off from them. It's mostly for the TV audience anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, though. But I mean, everybody has their opinion. You're entitled to it, just like everybody. But do what makes you feel good. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. But if you like it, watch it. Whatever. But it's the football game that it should be about, not about the halftime thing at all. And so that's just my thing there. But there's always going to be a controversy about it, and it's just the way it is.
Mayfield had 3 kids, one of them sitting next to him, that I got to coach in one-act play. You remember the 7-minute setup and how hard that was just for a high school play. They have about the same amount of time to set up the Super Bowl show that we had to set up a one-act play. If the Patriots and the
Yeah, but how many people did you have compared to how many people those guys
Well, that's
had?
true. That's true.
Well, and
That's-
you,
they do it
you
so
also
quick,
don't
it's
get,
pretty
don't
cool
get
how
to
they do it
roll
so
out a
quick.
stage
Yeah.
from here to the middle of the field.
Yeah.
I mean, all you got to do is get that thing to at least travel in 2
Right.
or 3 minutes. When they fold it out, everything's there.
Right.
It's
Right.
plug and
Plug
play.
and go.
That's just, it's incredible that they can do that.
Yeah.
And they put on such a huge show, and then they strike it, and we have a football game.
Right.
To me, that's kind of amazing.
Of course, it was. I mean, I don't care. I really don't know this guy's music. I just know he won a Grammy and everybody loves him. But the best halftime show I've seen, perhaps
Janet
ever.
Jackson.
No.
That's what I was going to say right there.
Well, no, Janet Jackson was a good one, but this wasn't. This was a fake.
The Lady Gaga halftime show
That was good.
Yeah, I
But
like
my favorite halftime show was the Cowboys Thanksgiving game when they brought out the national treasure,
Creed.
Dolly Parton,
Parton,
in a cowboy,
In the
Dallas
cowboy,
Cowboy cheerleader uniform, baby.
Yeah, that was
was
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
And what's that? She's 70 years old.
Or 80.
Yeah.
Maybe 80 now.
She did the uniform
Yeah,
proud.
I couldn't understand why she didn't have any wrinkles till they got a good close up, and I'm like, oh, they got her legs covered too.
I've seen several politically motivated memes lately, and saying, "Oh, they could have got Kid Rock, or they could have got da 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 da." And for me, as a musician, I care very little about what you do with your extracurricular activities, who you vote for. If you make good music, I just like good music, and that's kind of what I wish that people would focus on when it comes to the Super Bowl halftime performance, dude. Like, I don't care what Beyonce believes. I don't care who she votes for.
Yeah, that was a great.
And that was a great halftime show too. I mean, it was entertaining, and I've always listened to Beyonce's music growing up, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna let it ruin my day. I don't
Right,
care.
exactly.
Just 'cause
Don't let it ruin your
I'm not
day.
gonna let it ruin my day, and I'm
There
still
you
gonna
go.
appreciate the music.
There's-
And I feel like that's really what it should
Yeah, and
be
I'm probably
about.
going to have some money on the Super Bowl anyway, so I don't care about the Super Bowl. I'm just waiting for the game back on.
right,
Come
get
on,
the
I'm
game
behind
back
right here.
on.
I need
Don't-
somebody to score a field goal.
don't
or
let it
something,
ruin your day.
Yeah, I mean, just have fun with it, man. Enjoy
That's
the
right.
day and the people that it is, and enjoy family and whatever. And like I said, just enjoy it all the way around. That's what it's supposed to be for, And those plumbers, get ready for Monday morning.
That's right.
That's right. When we come back, we'll give you our picks for the Super Bowl and wrap it up. We'll hear from Pizzeria. We'll be right back. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the Pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank. All right, everybody. The Super Bowl is Sunday. It's Super Bowl 60. I noticed that you're wearing a great. I'm wearing my Super Bowl 57 hat and my Super Bowl
57 shirt.
52 shirt, I think. And we get merch every year, but I haven't gotten my 60.
Where
60
did you
Super
get
Bowl.
merch from? Somebody sending it to you?
Some.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This year, my youngest is taking care of it, so I probably won't get it until Easter. But the first 30 Super Bowls, the Dallas Cowboys were in 8 of them, and we were one game away from another 4 or 5. That puts about a third of the first 30 Super Bowls the Cowboys were either in or threatening to be in. We were dominant. And then the next 30,
New England Patriots.
we haven't even been in the same hemisphere as the Super Bowl. It's been 30 years since the last Cowboys Super Bowl. It's half the Super Bowls ago. Hard to believe. So, from a rooting interest or a pick interest, I'm going to start. I'm rooting against New England. I don't dislike them, but because I still hope the Cowboys will make a comeback and have the most Super Bowls, like we did for most of my life. And if New England wins another one, that's just one more we got to catch up to. So,
Well, Pittsburgh's ahead of y'all too, right?
I know it, and I think San Francisco's right
Francisco
there
is
too.
too,
And it's
yeah.
been a long time. We are falling behind.
Jerry Jones has been here that long.
Yeah.
That's right.
I remember when he bought that. I remember that.
He picked up 3 in 5 years, and then
Fell
the
off.
waiting began.
Yeah.
But
So who you got?
it was Jimmy
That's
all
right.
along.
The Jimmy Johnson effect.
And
I thought it was Barry.
And for older folks, Landry was around 29 years, the longest tenure ever, and now Jones has been there officially longer. I mean, the Jones era is longer than the Landry era, and that's hard to get my mind around.
Yes.
But anyway, your pick. Who you're rooting for and who you think will win?
Who you pick?
I'm picking Seattle. I have the only reason is because I don't want New England to win.
Okay.
Do not go with me on your bets.
As a fellow red-bearded citizen, I must put my faith in Sam Darnold. I want DeMarcus Lawrence to get a Super Bowl. I'm going Seattle.
Okay, go in Seattle. What about you, Chris?
Well, I see New England hanging around into the fourth quarter. I mean, it's not going to be a runaway.
No.
So it could come down to a last possession game, but momentum is on Seattle's side. I think the strength of Seattle's defense. I think Seattle's defense is a little bit better than New England's. I don't think they're going to win by more than 10, but I think Seattle's going to win.
Okay.
And I mean that it's 4.5 is what the line is, but I don't think Seattle is going to
Cover that.
cover much past it
Yeah.
if they do.
All right.
But I do. I'm pulling for Seattle, and I think Seattle's going to.
Both Mayfield say Seattle in a close one.
No, you go ahead.
I'm tempted to root for the Patriots just to be
Just to
a
spite
the bad guy.
contrarian. But I mean, I everything that Chris on the Mayfield said is 100% true. I think this game is going to fall within the line. I think if you're betting, if it's Seattle 4.5, I think you should take New England because I think it's going to be less than that. I think it's going to come down to turnovers and which quarterback messes up, and I think it's going to be May because as good as he's played, he has had a tendency. Now he's played 4 of the top 5 defenses to get into the playoffs, but he has turned the football over.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the difference. I think Seattle will win. Seattle is the better team, but like I said, Vrabel is
Vrabel
such
factor.
a great coach that adjusts it up. But I think at the end, I think Seattle will prevail.
Well, Vrabel's defense has held every team in the playoffs
Yes.
to an average of 8.7 points.
That's right.
Under 10.
Under 10
Right.
points for the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's through the whole playoffs.
And they were the first team ever to be undefeated on the road for the entire season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're no cupcake.
No. I'm rooting for Rough Rider Oil and Lube. Take care of your car. I was supposed to say that already on her street. What about your pick?
Man, I heard all what y'all talking about, and I like it all too because I think it could go all kinds of different ways, and it could end up being a 52-10 New England Patriot over the Chicago Bears back in the day thing. You never know, but my thing is this is what I'm thinking is going to go down: 17-17 overtime, kicking the ball off. Seattle gets it, they run it back, 23-17. Seattle wins. Bam! Done.
He hasn't just called the win. He's called the play that will
play
win.
that will win.
Because he is
New England's going to be driving,
Larry
but Seattle's
Pierce.
going to stop them
Bad
and
to
run
the
out of
bone.
time on fourth, and they're going to front regulation going to run. They're going to kick it out. Seattle's going to get it. They're going to run back. Game over.
Shelby
Boom,
County's
touchdown.
Nostradamus right here.
Except I think Patriots would get one shot, right?
Not if they score a touchdown in overtime.
No, that's the old rules. I think they've changed it.
I
Well,
thought
we'll
as
see.
long- I don't know. I thought as long as you scored a touchdown in there, both teams get a chance. As long as you score a touchdown, though,
I
you
think
can
that's
win.
still true, but I don't know.
They could have changed it. They changed it every time they changed underwear.
But anyway, that's still a bold. That's a bold
That is
prediction,
a bold
Cotton.
prediction.
That's a
like
Vicky Valancourt
go for
water
it.
boy prediction.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in on the first ever Sports Reporters. When you see this, tell folks about it. It'll be up on NETSN Live for a long time, even way after the Super Bowl. That's Chase Mayfield, Chris Mayfield. Thank y'all for being here. What's going on at State Farm?
Hey, it's spring, or well, we're just about to spring. We're doing homes, doing cars. Come by for a family insurance.
You got to do that. Checkup.
Discount double check.
Yes, right.
Double check. Double check.
That's back in the day.
Yeah, but most of you
Hey,
watching
that was Aaron
remember that.
Rodgers too.
Yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Shires, thank you for being with us. The counselor, this was his idea, and I think it was a good one. Larry Pierce, where will you be tomorrow?
Shelbyville, West Sabine, playoff implications for both girls and guys on the line tomorrow night. End of the regular season for the girls tomorrow evening, so playoffs start next week.
Okay. And in center, being Rusk, the center girls have this one and one other one. It's been a difficult season for both our guys, but you'll be at Rusk tomorrow.
We'll be in Rusk.
With Grant Gregory on as a guest star, one of a former Rough Rider basketball
The
player.
General.
The General will
General
be
Grant.
in the house. I'm Chris Wellington. Thanks for being here. Come get you some pizza at the pizzeria, and we'll talk to you after the Super Bowl.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America. God bless our troops.